Yo, what's good YouTube? D-Raven here, InsaneAthlete.net. Coming at you guys with a video, first one in quite a while. About to get back on to making the videos here. Today we're going to go ahead and make a high protein almond butter. Almond and peanuts. We're going to make it from scratch. We got some oven roasted almonds. I like to use oven roasted just because in my experience using unroasted almonds it doesn't work too well. The almonds don't release oil as well as oven roasted almonds do. So if you are going to make almond butter, definitely go with some sort of honey roasted or some sort of roasted almonds, as it makes it for a much more smoother consistency. You won't have to add your own oil to it. Got some dry roasted seasoned peanuts. Got these at the store today. They were only $1. I figure I want to make a big batch of almond butter, so I'll probably add a little bit of peanuts. I do prefer to use almonds over peanuts, but almonds are a little bit more expensive generally. So like I said, these were only $1, 12 ounces, so 3/4 of a pound of peanuts for $1, and half a pound of almonds costed me $3. So we have 2 of these here, total for 1 pound of almonds. And then we have some extra virgin olive oil. Not 100% sure if I'm going to use this or not. It really depends on how the consistency is when all is made. And if I am not happy with the consistency, it's too dry, and I want to make it more of a butter consistency, I will add some olive oil. And last but not least, we have our protein. This is going to make the almond butter have a higher protein content than you are normally used to. In typical peanut and almond butters, the protein content is pretty low. We're not going to add too much. We're just going to try and give it probably like maybe 3 to 4 scoops of protein powder. I might use some vanilla to go with it just to conserve this protein. So the protein we're going to be using is Phase 8 by Muscle Tech milk chocolate. Definitely a fan of this protein. If you guys haven't tried it, definitely go ahead and give it a shot. So what we're going to do is, and also what we will be using to make this almond butter is the Ninja blender we got here, 1500 watt. You guys, if you have a nice blender, that'll probably be able to do it. You definitely need a lot of power from your blender to blend the almonds into a buttery consistency. But yeah, you can use this recipe with any kind of protein powder, any kind of nuts you like. But yeah, and you don't need to have necessarily this blender. You can use, as long as it's a very well powered blender that is sufficient, or you have a food processor. So we're going to take this, we got our food scale as well. I'm not going to use it quite yet. We're just going to go ahead and open up the almonds and throw them in. And we're just going to use the whole 1 pound of almonds. So yep, just going to put the almonds in, and then I think we'll throw in a little bit of the peanuts. We're not going to use the whole thing of peanuts, but we'll throw in a few. I'll go ahead and weigh the peanuts out just so I can have a good sense of what I am getting out of each serving of this. And then I know exactly how much I'm putting in here, how many calories is in this whole batch. And then I can go ahead and calculate my macros, the macronutrient breakdown from there. So yeah, we got the whole thing of almonds in here. The oven roasted ones are very, very tasty. These ones have a little honey, so the macros aren't going to be as good. There's a little more carbs, a little more sugar in the almonds. So let's see here. 30 grams of serving. We'll go ahead and go with we'll go with 120 grams. That's 1 cup. So go ahead and we'll put the put the food scale on and we'll throw in 120. Alright, so we got 120 grams of peanuts, and we're just going to go ahead and we got our peanuts and our almonds in the food processor, and we're just going to go ahead and run the processor. It takes quite a while. You definitely need to have patience to get to the consistency that you like. So we're just going to let the blender run for about 3 to 4 minutes, and then we'll check up on it. I'm just going to pulse it a couple times to just initially break it down, then I'm going to put it on high. And I'll just put it on down, slowly do that. We'll be right back. Alright, it's been about 4 to 5 minutes. Just gonna go ahead and check up on it, see how it is going. You guys making this, definitely you need to have a good amount of patience. It definitely takes a while for it to break down. Here's what we're looking at right now. As you can see, there is still a little bit of chunks. It's not too smooth of a consistency, it's a little bit of a chunky, but it is becoming a butter, which looks pretty good. So what we're gonna do now is just go ahead and add our protein powder. And for this, I think we're gonna go ahead and we'll go with 3 servings of phase 8. So that'll be 126. So yeah, you can use any kind of protein you like, any kind of protein flavor, chocolate or vanilla, or feel free to experiment with whatever else you like, and let me know how it goes for you. Some other good things you can add are chocolate chips, white chocolate chips, some cinnamon. I think I might go ahead and add a little bit of cinnamon. Give that a try. 26. So yeah, this is a good way to not only get more protein, but you're also giving the almond butter more volume. So you're gonna have more butter. You're gonna be making a bigger batch, and it's gonna be a little bit higher in protein, which makes it a little bit more friendly for your diets to get in. And it also gives it a nice flavor of chocolate. Definitely doesn't makes it taste better, in my opinion. So we're gonna go ahead and let this run for about another 3 to 5 minutes, and we will check back in with you guys, see how it goes. Alright, so I gave it about 3 minutes with the protein powder added in. Let's see what we are working with currently. Alright, Alright, see, as you guys can see here, it is still a little, it's not quite a butter consistency that we are looking for. The protein powder thickened it up a little bit, which is to be expected, I would say. The protein powder, depending on what kind you use, the protein blends tend to thicken it up a little bit more than pure whey protein. Something you may want to consider. So what we're going to do is we're just going to add a little bit of olive oil. The olive oil will give it a nice butter-like consistency. Add some healthy fat. To it. So we'll go ahead and we will add 2 tablespoons of olive oil. There's 1, 2. Alright, so we got the olive oil in there. Hopefully that'll make it the butter consistency we are looking for. So we are going to go ahead and blend this up for another 3 to 5 minutes and we will be back. Alright, it's been a few minutes. Now let's go ahead and look at what we are working with. Hopefully we have the consistency we want, which it looks like we do. Looks beautiful, as you can see. Very, very butter-like consistency we're working with here. Turned out excellent. As you can see, the olive oil really made it give it that consistency that we were looking for. So let's just go ahead and empty it out onto the bowls. So yeah, you can really use any kind of nuts you want, any blend of nuts. You can use different kinds. Oh my goodness, it's so good. I don't know where to put this without letting it drip all over the place, so I'll just put it on the lid for now. And then we will, so as you can see, the finished product, very, very buttery consistency. Has a nice chocolate flavor to it from the protein powder. And I got almond butter for the week. And yeah, it is a good option for those who are looking to get more protein in. Butter definitely doesn't have much, it has a lot of fat. This doesn't add too much protein in. As you saw, I only added 3 scoops for the whole batch, and this is quite a big batch. So it'll boost the protein a little bit, nothing too substantial. I could have added a ton more protein. I'll go ahead and put the macros up on, or we'll go ahead and put the macros up on the screen so you guys can see what we are working with here, what the macros look like, and yeah, definitely give it a shot. It's definitely more, in my opinion, better tasting than just regular almond butter, and you have that satisfaction of making it yourself. And you get to choose what kind of flavor and what kind of end product you end up with. You can go with a chunky kind, more of a chunky peanut butter. I like it nice and smooth. This consistency is awesome, as you guys can see. And yeah, don't be afraid to experiment. Let me know how it goes. And definitely give it a shot. So yeah, that concludes our video. I hope you guys enjoyed the recipe. Give it a shot. Be sure to let me know. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. I'll see you guys soon.